every laugh, every smile, every hug, every kiss, every touch, every person in my life that I care about and love. But wait, maybe I'm getting too emotional. That's exactly what they say you ain't supposed to do. Suppress your feelings, never talk about your pain. Can't appreciate the sun without acknowledging it rains, right? That's right. So this a moment of clarity. And make sure you always protect your energy. You stay focused and your life gon' be lit. And you are now rocking with Celeste, the therapist. Let's go.
If you're watching me on replay, this is the first time today, so this is a live podcast that I was here, and today I have a special guest, Dani Nailz, and I just kind of want to see if she can pop up stuff. I kind of want to like bring her on the top, but like also kind of pop up maybe stuff. I just continue to it's very fascinating, especially if you've never done it before. It's kind of just a food, and so I kind of like start to like pop up maybe stuff. I really do have to do it.
No, I can't. I don't think I can. No, it's a little bit muffled.
Oh,
Yeah.
you sound really good. Oh, they can't hear you. No, let me just, it's me.
Like,
Thank you for letting me know. So it is.
Now you can hear me.
yes.
Thank you for letting me know that. Okay, so let me start over. I'm gonna start over. Okay, so I have Dani here. We good to go. I know we're good now. I have Dani here. So the reason why I'm on is because I want to kind of share what other people are doing. I think the fact that she's an entrepreneur and started her own business, I think that's amazing. So I really want her to like tell us how she started and then kind of like how she's been affected. So Dani, can you introduce yourself to my audience?
Hi, I'm Dani Nailz. Well, people know me as Danielle. Mobile manicurist in Boston. I do corporate pop-ups. I do donate services to shelters. I have private clients, so big services, manicure services.
Okay, so you do a wide range of services.
Yes.
What made you want to start this pop-up shop? Like, what made you want to become a manicurist?
So I just like noticed here, like I've been doing it since 2011. So when I was like in nail school, there were, a lot of nail salons, but mostly, Vietnamese nail salons. And they were like, there's one on every block, and people were like, how are you going to do nails when there's like so much competition? So doing like pop-ups at like retail spaces and like going to people's houses and parties, people like, oh, can you come over and do my nails? So I kind of just took it that way because that was like a market that wasn't really tapped into, not here at least.
Nice. Oh, that's good. It's interesting how when you thought about doing it and that kind of negative thought could have stopped you when somebody said, well, why would you do that? There's already nail shops around. You could have been like, dang, but there is nail shops around. But you didn't say that. You was just like, all right, I'm going to switch it up and do it a little different.
Create my own lane.
Yeah, that's so good. No, that's good. I think a lot of people need to hear that because I feel like there's room for all of us to grow. But sometimes we allow like a negative thought to come in and stop us from like trying. So the fact that you've been doing this since 2011 is like truly amazing. One of the things recently with the coronavirus taking place, like you can no longer do your business, right?
That is true. A lot. I mean, not, 100% of what I do is, touching people. And that's the one thing that right now no one's doing. So that's how it's been affected. I didn't really like notice how serious it was in the beginning because a lot of people were like not taking it as serious, but then as like more and more news, was showing it and then promoting the social distancing, like mid-March, it was like a lot of cancellations.
And then that's when you realize like, oh, it's real.
Yeah. Someone asked me, how's business? I'm like, fine, why? And then 2 days later, people were canceling it. I'm like, oh, that's why. And it was like a halt.
In your defense, like it's crazy how we weren't really prepared, even though this was already happening in another country. Like the fact that we really didn't know is because, it starts from the top. And with the government not really like giving us clear, direct answers, we went from one extreme to the other, like literally overnight.
Mm-hmm.
One of the things, Dani was in the Boston Globe recently as a small business that was affected by the coronavirus. And she wrote, due to the uncertainty surrounding COVID and beauty services workers being deemed non-essential, POPUP Mani by Dani is not in operation or accepting clients at this time. As owner-operator, I am a sole proprietor, independent contractor, and have been seriously impacted by this global crisis. I'll do my best to keep my clients updated on when and if it will be safe to resume business. It's not new for me to express the importance of washing your hands, being extra mindful of sanitation practices. Please be extra careful now more than ever. Social distancing is not a pleasant term to me. As I enjoy interacting and my job relies on it, this is how we connect with one another and build relationships that add value to our lives. Please use all social media and other platforms to stay connected with trusted support systems. Be sure to get outdoors as much as possible and soak up some vitamin D. Self-care is essential in times like this. Please don't hesitate to reach out to me by email, and I will do my best to respond and answer questions and give information on any changes in the near future. Stay safe, and please don't bite your nails. That must have been an emotional thing to write, to have to like write down, and like kind of like realize like I have no other choice. Like I have to stop. And to build your business from scratch from 2011, and then to being told that you can no longer do that. Like, what did that feel like? And like, how have you been affected by this?
So again, initially, like it happened overnight. And so I was getting like, you know, I'm signed up for like online shopping things, and I kept getting all these emails from places I've shopped online that are like, how we are, you know, handling COVID. And I'm like, is this a thing that businesses should be doing? But I kept holding it off because they're like, well, 2 weeks, and then oh, you know, another week. So I held off. So it was very emotional the day that I was like, maybe I really should, because I was still getting a lot, like probably double requests for services for people at home during this. So like, I have to officially address this, because now people are really wanting people that never, like, they probably were going to salons, were now really reaching out. And so I'm like, okay, I think I have to. And it was really very obviously emotional for me to have to address it, because I'm like, I miss seeing people. I don't really like go out socially anyway. So that's like my, you know, socializing and connecting with people. So I was like, wow, this is really real. Like, that's it. I don't get to see anyone except the people in my home.
And one thing that you said too, the social distances and then lack of like being in relation with people, that's something that really can affect us. And a lot of people may not have realized how much being connected has been a part of their like self-care support ways, right?
Very true. Very true. Even for me, because it's like people say, oh, it's very therapeutic to get your nails done, but it's therapeutic for me too, like, you know, sharing with people and interacting. So I was like, wow, I feel it. I feel the effect, especially like my regular, like I have clients that I see every week that I haven't seen in like over a month. So
you really know them. You really know them.
Oh yeah. And it's been like years. I have one office that I've gone to since 2017.
Wow.
Every single week. So you know, those are people I know very well. They're like family.
Oh wow. So yeah, when I read that and I seen the article in the Boston Globe, I just like knew that was a lot. That's why I really wanted to have you on. And I also want you to try to help us with some tips on ways.
I'm like, I heavily promote not biting your nails, because so many people do, especially now. You know, you watch the news and you're biting your nails and you're peeling your Jello.
What kind of like tips would you give to people that are so I got one question.
How can I get this gel polish off? That's a good
I've seen that all over social media. Is you know, people are like trying to figure out what to do with their nails. I've never done my nails on my own. So can you give us some tips on some things that we can do to just keep our nails healthy? Because I feel like that can be part of our like self-care routine that we can do for ourselves, even if we haven't done it before.
So like, I do want to address the question too, because how can I get the gel? Okay, so I've had trouble getting acetone, believe it or not. Like some supplies are like, well, Amazon was backed up, and then like obviously beauty supplies are non-essential, so they're not. You want to use we use acetone. You kind of like buff off the top layer with the like a little, maybe like a 180 grit nail file. You probably can find those right now, because well, maybe not, because everybody's looking to do their nails, but you want to buff off that top layer, and then you want to soak it. A lot of people use cotton and aluminum foil, but Amazon has for $6.99 a pack of like clips that clip the cotton on your nails, which I use, and they're reusable. But you want to use acetone. A lot of people try to do it with nail polish remover, and it doesn't work. So
wait, nail polish remover is not acetone?
Sometimes it has acetone in it, but pure acetone, that's what you want to use to remove a gel.
I didn't know that. So what they use in the salons, they're not using nail polish remover.
No, that's acetone.
I didn't know that.
And for a little bit during all of this, when I was on Amazon looking for stuff, because I can't nail supply, acetone was like marked up. The price was marked up. Like you could get a gallon of acetone for $15, but then it was like a little bottle of acetone for like $20.
Damn.
I don't know if it's still like that. I don't know if it's still like that now, but I'm like, why are they price gouging acetone? I don't know what they use it for, but so, and I mean, even alcohol was like, kind of like, you can go to Sally Beauty though. I found some on Sally Beauty.
Okay. So acetone can get the gel off. After people get the gel off, because we're not about to be doing no gelling on our thing, like what would you suggest we can do to just kind of keep them healthy?
So keeping your nails healthy, especially now you're washing your hands more, and obviously everybody's using all the hand sanitizer on the planet, so they're drying their hands.
Because my hands are dry like this.
So moisturizing your hands is important. Cuticle oil is important. You can use, even if you have olive oil, you can use that. You want to moisturize your cuticles. Filing the proper way is so important because you'll make your nails brittle.
When you say filing the proper way, what do you mean by that?
So you want to use the right grit of file, like not too abrasive if you're doing it with your natural nails, and you want to file in one direction. Okay. A lot of people go back and forth. You don't want to do that. So you want to just file in one direction, and you want to keep them moisturized. I'll continue. Okay.
Someone says natural with Dani Manny. That's right, Christina.
Continue natural.
Right. Yeah. So you said we can't go back and forth, because that's what I'd be doing. I'd be doing like this. Nope,
one direction. Maybe I'll do a video on it, because it's really very important to go and file in one direction. That way you're not like causing like a split in the nails. Sometimes you notice the tips of your nails split. It's like the aggressive filing.
Uh-oh.
What happened?
So the purpose in going in one direction is so that your nails don't split, and to keep them like in the same, to keep them like shaped, right?
Right. Okay. Yep. And so, and I like to suggest to people to keep them kind of rounded. A lot of people like the square. I find they chip. Your natural nails kind of chip more on the sides, but some people don't like round nails. I think it elongates your fingers, but some people don't agree.
So just keeping them basically keeping your hands moisturized. The cuticles, we can even use like some olive oil just to kind of keep those healthy.
Yes. Oh, and you can find cuticle oil like Amazon, there's some good
cuticle oil. Is it called cuticle oil? Okay.
Yeah. A good one is solar oil.
Okay.
Solar oil. It's really good. Okay.
And then what are the little nail thingies that be coming out of my hand? My finger. What are the little I get these little hang nail thingies that come out?
Yes.
Is that, will the cuticle oil help with that?
It can. Once you get one though, because I know people that bite it. It's not good. Don't pull it. If you get it, the nippers, be very careful. When people do more damage than.
Hold on, wait! I just gotta show you something now that you want, because I really went on Amazon and I was like, I know what to do, because I go to the nail salon. I watched them do it. I was trying to do it. It wasn't working out for me. Hold on one second. Hold on. So I got my little thing, right?
Basket.
So I was trying to use this.
Yes.
But then I was like, they be doing like da 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 da, and I just can't.
No, don't do the way they. Don't do it the way they do. And if you don't pull it. Don't bite it. So, okay, with the nippers, me personally, I try to clip cuticles as little as possible. If you push them, you have a cuticle pusher, like those wood sticks work, or like it looks like a little metal close. No, those are, so that's a buffer. That's a file. The file looks pretty good.
That's what
But
you. That's what you're talking about, the file, right?
yeah, the file is good. So the pusher is like, looks like a long. So sometimes it's like the long wood stick, or sometimes it's like the metal one that they push on the top of your nail plate.
No, I
I
don't
know
have
you
that.
have one.
No, I don't.
You don't have a you don't have a the wood sticks.
No, I got no wood stick. I never did my nails. I just brought that like online.
Oh my
I'm
God.
serious. I got questions.
Oh, good. Bella knows the push the cuticle.
I'm sorry, but I just don't know. You said cute. You said all the stuff. So okay. So like for basic people like me, because I'm basic, girl. The best thing for me to do, keep my hands moisturized. Don't pull it. Don't pull the hangnails off.
Yep.
Okay. And
don't bite anything.
Don't bite anything. And so if we anxious and we getting ready, somebody said me too. I'm glad I'm not the only. What about if people want to try to keep their nails strong? Like if they grew out some long nails. I mean, I have short nails, so I'm not in that category, but I know some people may have like gotten their nails to a certain length and stuff. How do they kind of keep it strong and growing for people that kind of like the long nails?
I mean, some people are. I don't have strong nails. Luckily, I have the stuff at home, so I can have fake nails. But some hardener. I mean, a lot of people go with the old school Sally Hansen hard as nails. Keeping something on your nails, like, you know, even the clear coat helps. There's some stuff out there. I'm gonna look because there are some things out there that are kind of like harder than just like, you know, regular polish that are like hardener on your nails.
Okay.
Like that gel effect type of thing. And I think you can get it at Walgreens if people are still going. I really don't go anywhere.
Okay.
I really stay in the house. I order everything on Amazon. So anything I find on Amazon, I definitely will share that.
Okay. And you said to like keep clear nail polish is good. Just like some clear nail polish.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And that you can take off with regular nail polish remover. You don't need acetone.
Girl, I did not know acetone and nail polish remover were two different things.
Yeah, 100% acetone. Because a lot of people are like, how do you get the nail polish to come off swipe off so easy? Because it's acetone. It's 100% acetone.
Okay. That's good to know. Dang, these are really good tips. I'm grateful for you being here to share. I want you to give us one more tip, only because like when we started off the show about like your being an entrepreneur, what would you say to inspiring entrepreneurs? Like sometimes some people are home and really trying to think about like what they can do, and they've been discouraged in the past. Like, what do you think gave you the strength? Because 2011 to 2020, that's a long time to be in business, and I know that it came with its ebbs and flows. Like I know it wasn't just like I'm content, like I'm doing this. What would you like give somebody for advice that might be struggling in this area and want to try to like push forward after all of this is over?
Especially with all of this, I mean, it was difficult enough when, you know, everything was what we consider normal. It was difficult enough, you know, there's competition, there's, you know, I've been, you know, changed lanes many times. Like I stayed focused on like what I wanted to do, but I've changed lanes like a lot of times, from renting space in a salon to working in someone's salon to working out of my house to, you know, partnering with other people. I've had to do like a lot of things. So everything's a stepping stone. Like you have your desired outcome, but everything's a step. Like I've worked everywhere. I've done everything, even besides nails, you know, while I was doing this. And just stay focused on what it is that your desired outcome is. But I'm learning now, stay adaptable, because look now, I've been avoiding doing like any online like video type of things, which I'm like, I've seen a lot of nail people do, YouTube stuff and digital stuff, but I'm shy, so like that was never my thing. But
Oh my God, you came on here live. I'm so grateful.
Yeah, so like now I'm like, okay, you thrust into it because you can't. This is my way to connect with people, so I'm, be adaptable is the biggest thing, but stay focused on what you're like desire. And if you do things you said this earlier, I think before we were on, like if you do it for money, you are setting yourself up to fail. Mm-hmm. You're really setting yourself up to fail. If you do what you love and you don't have to chase money, you'll attract it. It'll chase you. So.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's really good advice. And I think that all of the staying adaptable thing is important, because even like what I'm doing now, like with my podcast, 10 years ago, I didn't say I wanted a podcast. Even this video thing I'm doing now, Monday through Friday, like I'm trying to adapt with the time. So that's like really, really on point advice for somebody that might be listening to this and find themselves like in this space of like what to do. And so sometimes you may have to change the format of what you're doing and be adaptable. That's really on point. I love it. Tell people how they can find you if they want to follow you.
So I am at Dani Nailz with a Z on Instagram. I'm POPUP Mani by Dani on Facebook. And I also have another Instagram from something that I kind of started after, like around December, because again, the adapting thing, I knew that like I thought ahead and was like, well, what if I, what can I do where it doesn't always require me to be around people, because, you start thinking about it, like I'm the only person operating this business. Yeah. So my physical presence is always required, but like, I want to be able to do something where if I'm gone for a week, I can, still be able to have some type of income or, so I thought along the lines of products. So my little Daniism affirmation decks, that has been keeping me a little teeny bit afloat.
Right. What are you talking about? Because I don't know what you're talking about.
So I started that in December. Every December, like I try to do like something new where I like, I set a goal. That's my personal New Year, December 1st. So this December, it was the affirmation decks. Like I'm always like putting stuff out there like on Facebook, and people are like, oh my God, that's like a great quote or whatever. So I kind of took a lot of some crazy quotes, some funny quotes, some humorous quotes, and some inspirational quotes. And I have these little affirmation decks that I created back in December.
What's the name of the Instagram?
It's @_ Daniisms.
Spell it.
_ DANIISMS.
Oh, okay. And you started it in December?
Yes, December. So it was December 21st when I kind of like launched the little affirmation decks. And again, like you said, you get discouraged sometimes because you like to pay money to read what I have to say, but surprisingly they do. And especially now, I think people are like, oh, I want those decks. Like at first it was like here and there, people were like, oh, that's so cute, that's cool, that's different. But now within the last like couple of weeks, I keep getting people like sending me PayPal like, oh, I need a deck. And then I'm like, okay. So I like launching like other little products to go along with that branding, because I had to expand the brand.
That is so amazing. I didn't know that. I'm just learning this right now. Congratulations. That's dope. And I swear, like as an entrepreneur, when you start, you may think it's just one thing. Like I remember when I got my first book, I was like, yay, my book. And I just thought it was that. But the more that you do, the more ideas that come. And so being able to stay adaptable and creative, that's awesome. I'm gonna make sure I get to that.
I admire anybody that could write a book. Like people, that's why the decks came along, because people were like, you should write a book. And I'm like, I don't have the attention span, but I could write a little a little fortune cookie. I don't have the attention span to write a book though.
Oh, that's good. I'm gonna make sure I put the information in the show notes for people that are listening. Oh my God, thank you. I learned so much about you today. Okay, so if you guys want to follow Dani, make sure you check her out, like her on Facebook, on Instagram. I don't have the Daniism because she didn't tell me about it, so I only have her 2 right here. But I'm gonna make sure I put that in the show notes. I'm so grateful for you for coming on. And I popped your cherry, so that makes me excited. You'll never forget.
Thank you. Thank you.
You'll never forget about your first video post quarantine. Oh, she can't stay.
Oh.
Hey, Wes. Wes comes every time. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you so much for everything.
Thank you, Celeste. Tell Bella I said hi.
I will. Bye.
You. Bye.
That was awesome. Oh, I forgot my little brand thing I was supposed to put up. That was awesome. I'm so grateful to her for coming on. If you just came in here, my name is Celeste, and I'm a therapist Monday through Friday. You can catch this show live with a special guest. I always bring on a special guest. And I love the fact, because I like checking with people before the show starts, but I really don't talk to them about anything because I love finding out stuff on the show. It's like super authentic when I'm having these conversations. So I'm like so excited for her. I just learned so much about her today. So if you want to catch the replay or listen to it, her tips again, you can listen to it on the podcast. It'll be up today. If you want to be on the show or know somebody that is doing some amazing things and you want me to highlight them, let me know. I would love to reach out to them. You can do that by emailing me or DMing me. I am literally on all social media platforms, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. You can find me at Celeste the Therapist. So thank you guys so much for always rocking out with me. I appreciate you guys. Tomorrow's Friday. We'll be back for another show, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then I'll see you then. All right. Bye, beautiful people.
Every laugh, every smile, every hug, every kiss, every touch, every person in my life that I care about and love. But wait, maybe I'm getting too emotional. That's exactly what they say you ain't supposed to do. Suppress your feelings, never talk about your pain. Can't appreciate the sun without acknowledging it rains, right? That's right. So this a moment of clarity. And make sure you always protect your energy. You stay focused and your life gon' be lit. And you are now rocking with Celeste the Therapist. Let's go.